Defense Department has spent over $1 trillion on the most cutting-edge robot technology. Introducing RoboSanta Plus for the upcoming holiday season.
Congratulations on the movie. It's just as great as all the rest of the movies you've done. It's awesome.
Thank you, man.
So I was reading. I understand that the original idea was it was a pitch that you came up with for a reboot of Silent Night, Deadly Night, right? Which I don't think that got picked up. So you kind of spun that into something else. Now, how did that kind of transform from the original idea, the pitch that you had for the remake to this, what you made?
I shit you not. I went back after we made the movie and I started doing press, and the fucking treatment that I sent in for Silent Night, Deadly Night remake is beat for fucking beat the movie that I made. Like the 12, like I wrote the script so fast because the 12-page, there was one extra scene in the middle before the cops get her. There's like a gas station scene, not a high tension almost, that I got rid of. But other than that, I mean, the fucking, it's like, I was actually astonished that it didn't change as much as it did. So, I mean, yeah, that they turned that down. I'm glad it wasn't a Silent Night, Deadly Night remake movie, though. I mean, glad it's my own thing.
I mean, obviously, kudos to Shudder and RLJ, because I think they just kind of let you go off to your own devices, no, and shoot it the way you wanted. And I imagine they kind of let you stick pretty straight to the original script that you said you had there, no?
Yeah, they had no notes. You know, we pulled off everything in the script. I did exactly what I said I was going to do. They did what they said they were going to do. You know, I think that they trusted me from my experience. You know, they financed VFW, and you know that came in. That was a quarter of the budget of this, and I think that they were very happy with the way that looked. So they trusted us, and we made sure that we delivered on that trust. You know, and yeah, they honestly, they didn't care how we did it or what we did it, as long as we delivered what I said I was going to deliver on the day I did. They didn't give a fuck. And true to their word, they let us do our thing.
Oh, great. And I felt, I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, obviously, all of your films, they've got something very personal in them. Or it's kind of, it's your trademark, no? But this one, I felt as though, I mean, having hung out with you a couple of times, I felt that the main character was kind of shared a lot of your ideas and your thoughts. A lot of the talk, she was kind of talking about horror movies and stuff like that. It really kind of sounded like it was coming straight out of your mouth. Was that coincidence, or was that something that you kind of wanted to vent a few ideas that you'd got brewing, and then a few chips on your shoulders about the horror scene at the moment?
Well, yeah, they're definitely both pieces of me, her more than Robbie. But you know, when people are bullshitting in movies, I just want to, that's the stuff that I like talking about. You know, I can't force a fake conversation. I can't like, oh, what does everybody else talk about? It's like, no, this is what I fucking talk about. This is like what I get passionate about. And I don't share all of her opinions. I do not think Alien Covenant is the best sequel, though I do think Pet Sematary 2 and Blair Witch 2 are the best. I share some of Robbie's views too, but they just became such a part of me, and we hung out so much that they started improving stuff, and it was very close to what I was doing. So we were almost like this thing like beast that was acclimating as we went along. And to their credit, they are not horror fans, and they watched every single fucking movie I referenced. So like poor Riley had to go home and watch Blair Witch 2 and Pet Sematary 2 with her husband, who like they've got no fucking idea what they're about to watch. And I'm like, hey, that's dedication, and you still want to do the movie. This is my influences, and you still want to do the movie. All right, we're on a good fucking page here.
I'm guessing you didn't get them to watch too many Blumhouse movies, no, for preparation, no?
No, I made sure they were okay saying that, though. I know, a little rough in the career.
Really, we've got to talk about Santa as well. Abraham's fantastic in it. Was there any? I mean, did you have him in mind from the get go? And was there was it always going to be a POV kind of vision of this guy that we got to see? Because that really really added to the whole feel of the whole Santa, and kind of throwback to the 80s.
Yeah, the POV was always supposed to be there when he wakes up. It was actually supposed to be there a little more in the middle and the end, but we were having problems with our rig, and we were having problems with the lens. Thankfully, we got it at the end with the green laser eyes a little bit, but it was supposed to be a blend a little more. Thankfully, I got the opening of it, and you know, I had no Santa in mind. And it was actually racking my brain, because like it was like, do I go with a stunt guy? Do I go with an actor? And then suddenly I was sitting here fucking smoking weed in the middle of the night, and like I'm watching, I forgot what I was watching, Open Range with Kevin Costner. And Abraham Ben Ruby, who plays Santa, is in Open Range, but he's also in my movie Bliss, and he's a good friend of mine. And like I just, for some reason, this motherfucker is, you know, the right age, he's 7 feet tall, he's huge, and he's fucking awesome, and he's one of my good friends. And it made me feel so stupid that in the middle of the night I did not think of Abe. And then the next day I woke up and I started thinking, like, why the fuck would Abe want to be Santa in my movie? He's doing fucking Kevin Costner. Like, so I called up Abe and I was like, hey man, I got a role for you. It's like 8 weeks of work, but you know, you're gonna. And he's like, well, do fucking Sunday. What are you talking about? And he was so excited. Like, I mean, he just loved it. So it's weirdly, he was in my mind when I wrote it, but it took me a while to realize that that was him.
I mean, you said that you thought your first thought was, why the fuck would he want to be in this movie? But I imagine once EK came on board, the fact, kind of just the presence that he has, he must have brought a lot more than to the kind of role of Santa than you expected originally, no?
Yeah, and he's a lot of fun, and he's down for anything, and he just loves these movies. And the main reason I didn't think he would want to do it is because he has no dialogue, and he's buried in things, and it's like a long ass shoot and not that much money, you know, compared to what he's doing. But I think that that's something he wanted to inhabit. Usually, he's a great character actor, but he's never like, I mean, his face is on the fucking poster now, you know. Whether or not he likes it, he's going to be a horror convention staple. I guess it's up to him if he wants to pursue that. But I mean, he loved it. You know, we were having a fucking blast. We were all up, you know, all up there for 8 weeks. Like, well, I was up there longer, but just away from LA, and we took over a town, man, and it was, you know, awesome. And Abe will be in all my movies now. I wish he could have been in VFW, he just wasn't old enough. So
yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I mean, that was my next question. You're bringing back a lot of staple actors, veteran actors from the kind of the 70s, 80s, 90s, which is fantastic. Is that something that you specifically kind of go out of your way to do to kind of bring, not only kind of to bring them back, but to bring kind of some levity and some nostalgia to your movies?
yeah, only if it's right though. You know, I feel like a lot of times people will misuse actors like that, character actors. I think that the type of movies I write lend themselves to character actors inhabiting the world. But you know, I'm very like, you know, VFW is a very, very, very hard movie to cast because it needed to be right. I actually wanted a couple of veteran actors for smaller roles in this that didn't work out, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't, because in retrospect, those actors are awesome. But I'm not sure they would have brought what I needed to this. It was just like a vibe type thing, you know. I don't know how to explain it really. So, and that's nothing against them or anybody else. It's just things kind of work out sometimes the right way, you know. And actors are very specific for certain roles, especially actors like that, if that makes sense.
I mean, your films are always really, they kind of really go there with the gore. But I don't know, when I was watching, especially kind of the POV scenes, I kind of thought, how the hell did they pull this off? Because I just felt a lot more complicated to pull off the gore, kind of being there with the POV center and actually seeing the gore kind of in your face. Did that pose any more kind of problems than usual for you?
No, I love, I mean, it was complicated, but that stuff's always fun to do, you know, especially like without spoiling anything, but like the POV body split. Like, I'm the one wearing the POV camera the whole time, so I have the stand out on. So I'm like I operate camera anyway, so to me, to be the POV is fucking really fun. So I'm wearing the stand outfit and the axe and all that, and it's like just so fun to go in and like, and I think because I'm the director and camera operator, I know how to frame, and like, you know, there's like multiple cuts in those scenes to make the effects pull off, and like I know how to actually frame it, or I know how to, where the cut points are. You know, actors, that's not what they're fucking thinking about. They need to think about performance. So like for me, it becomes a technical exercise, almost like a De Palma movie. Like, all right, now I'm going to do the swipe here, and then if I turn that way, and then the frame is like this, and then I whip around this way, and you almost become like an actor on the floor with everybody. You know, same thing as being the camera operator, but now you're actually part of the action. And you know, and then me and Dora, like, you know, chasing Dora around a toy store in a POV rig. You know, she's one of my best friends. Like, it's like we're getting paid. It's 3 a.m. and we're in this giant toy store that shut down, and I'm in a Santa outfit with a 60mm camera chasing around one of my best friends with a fucking fake axe. Like, how do you not? I was trying so hard not to laugh and smile while I'm shooting the fucking thing. Like, it's awesome.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Joe, they give me the wrap, so it's really good to see you, man. I wish you best of luck with the film, and I hope to speak to you again sometime soon, hopefully in person as well, man.
I hope to come to Bilbao. I need to make a movie so the schedule works out again.
Fingers crossed, man. Hope to see you. All right, take care. All the best with the film, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, all the best.
Have you heard from the boys down at the scene yet?
They're still down there counting bodies.